My name's David. This is my first vlog. Where am I? Well, that's a question we all ask. Where are we? Who are we? I'm on my way to a little place that sounds a bit Shakespearean. Coggeshall Hamlet. I don't think Shakespeare was in mind when they named it. This is the outskirts of an old town called Coggeshall. It's even got its own cricket club. Look, and they Coggeshall Town Cricket Club. Why am I here? To watch a game of cricket? No. I'm here because of this. In particular, right there, you see that thing with all the wires attached? And that goes along here to that. Give you a clue. Electricity. You just cross the road. I'm an old man now, and I like to ponder things. And one of the questions I used to ask myself was, these things, they tend to pop up all over the countryside. And most people know what they are. They're pylons. And they ferry electricity from one place where it's generated all the way to a local distribution centre, which is where I'm headed at the moment. But electricity is a strange thing. Most people would think that humans discovered electricity. Some would probably even think that humans invented it. But electricity's been around for a very long time. In fact, long before Benjamin Franklin flew his kite and got electrocuted in a thunderstorm, long before Edison, well, long before Tesla, in fact, before even planet Earth came into existence, electricity was around. People often wonder, what would life be like without electricity? Well, in reality, take electricity out of the universe, there wouldn't be any life. If you stop and ponder over that thought, you can understand that it's electricity that actually makes our hearts beat. Electricity that flows down a nerve from my brain and makes my arm move. And my brain functions electrically. Plants, trees, all life on Earth is reliant on electricity. And I wouldn't be lying if I said that electricity is actually the foundation of the universe. Electrons, atoms, electrons going around atoms. This is all electrical. Magnetics, that's electrical. We talk about magnetic fields. The Earth has a magnetic field. The sun has a magnetic field. In fact, every planet in this solar system has a magnetic field around it. And without that magnetic field around planet Earth, we would be bombarded and subjected to all sorts of stuff that could potentially wipe all life off this planet. It's our magnetic field that is protecting us from sun flares. Oh, some of the sun flares will get to Earth, and some of it goes to the poles and produces what's known as the northern and southern lights, the aurora borealis. Now, look, we've now come to this. This is a distribution centre. Looks a bit like a prison. This is where the power comes from, where it's generated, and ends up being processed, downgraded to a more useful voltage that can be used domestically. It's quite sophisticated and quite deadly, which is why they put signs up like this. But the electricity I'm talking about is what's keeping us alive. It's the heartbeat of the universe, the energy that functions. Now there's a body of people, scientists, who have come to realise that our sun, the very star that we get our light and heat and everything from, is in fact not nuclear, but could very well be electrical. How is that possible in space? As you can see, electricity needs wires. What does it? Lightning doesn't require wires when it strikes. It just needs a path of least resistance, not so much in its way. But you might ask the question like, well, how does electricity get through space? It's empty. Well, they're coming to realise now that space is not as empty as we once thought. Lots of dust, gases, little particles, some things we haven't discovered yet. Electricity. There's a guy called Birkeland, a scientist, who discovered what have been known now as Birkeland currents of electrical energy that flow through space. And Birkeland currents, I'm not talking about sultanas, I'm talking about electrical current, flow through our galaxy. Now these scientists that are pondering this theory of an electric universe are working hard. And they're up against the odds because there are those that believe in their nuclear gravitational theories and that will produce mathematical equations to prove all sorts of things. They're standing their ground. I will put links at the bottom of this video to a body of people you will find on YouTube called the Thunderbolts Project, and you'll find some very interesting videos on this subject, and maybe you'll ponder this like I have and come to realise that electricity is really the foundation of all life. Imagine that. We talk about needing food, needing air to breathe, needing water to drink. But our very hearts, our very brains, everything about us would not function at all without electricity. That's all for my first vlog. This is a nice place, this Coggeshall area in Essex in the UK, and in future videos I'll show you some more, and I'll ponder with you over all sorts of things. But at the moment, maybe for another video, we'll have a look at electricity in a bit more detail. And the sort of electricity we'll look at is the stuff that we generate. Because there's a few ideas that we could utilise to harness electricity.